The first humans to notice it were likely more than 1,000 miles away. U.S. Air Force lieutenants on Guam, working in lower floor rooms of a building on Nimitz Hill. Huddled over light tables, they squinted through the same sort of magnifiers a jeweler would use to scrutinize a precious gem. At 10 a.m. Chamorro Standard Time on Wednesday, October 3rd, they compared that day's satellite images with those captured the day before. Loops held to their eyes like protruding monocles, the imagery analysts peered into an active monsoon trough extending some 2,600 miles from the Marshall Islands through the Caroline Islands to Luzon in the Philippines. Those thunderstorms at that point right there, were they persisting, becoming more organized? It was probably time to alert the TDO, a typhoon duty officer. Typhoons. It took time for some of the Americans to get used to the term. Back home, they had been aware of hurricanes. In different parts of the world, the aberrant weather, inward spiraling winds rotating around a low-pressure zone went by different names. In the southwestern Pacific and southern Indian Ocean, people spoke of tropical cyclones. In the northwestern Pacific, west of the international date line, they were called typhoons. The latter term likely originated from the Mandarin taifeng, feng meaning wind. A reference dating to 1124 CE described insane wind. A European traveler in Asia during the 1820s chronicled gales called in the Chinese seas taifung. Whether described as a hurricane, cyclone, or typhoon, the only significant difference among such storms was that if they occurred in the northern hemisphere, they spun counterclockwise, in the southern, clockwise. In the western Pacific, typhoon activity had been just slightly above average that year. Beginning with Alice as 1979 dawned, 16 tropical depressions had so far rotated with sufficient vigor to become tropical storms or typhoons. Two more, Roger and Sarah, were a day away from achieving tropical storm status. U.S. military meteorologists kept an eye on it all. Images transmitted from polar orbiting satellites provided them twice-a-day views of large swaths of the Pacific and Indian Oceans. Air Force analysts evaluated the high-resolution photos, then passed them to Navy and Air Force TDOs. Air Force weather technicians and Navy aerographers' mates, typhoon duty assistants, took in real-time storm observations, plotted them on charts, and saw to it that completed forecasts were transmitted. In 1979, scores of American men and women in uniform were based on Guam to track typhoons. Their presence had been demanded by ghosts of World War II. During that conflict, U.S. commanders in the Pacific had discounted the value of tracking bad weather and issuing alerts. The result was devastating. Inadequate warning of two typhoons alone, one in mid-December 1944, the other in June 1945, left nearly 800 Americans dead. By comparison, 317 died while fighting Japanese naval forces in the three-day June 1942 Battle of Midway.